So let me show you how to work the sleeve. And actually not how to work it, because you will work it exactly as you work the entire blouse or tunic or pullover in rounds. But I want to show you how to begin it, and I want to show you how to decrease. So I will begin exactly where I worked my here on the underarm, when I actually joined the two parts of the sleeve with this group of 3 double crochets. So more or less here in the middle I will insert my hook and join and work a chain of 3 and 2 more double. I will actually insert it into the chain 1 space here. Okay, 2 more double crochet for the first 3 group of double crochets. Now at this point we actually added 1 more group of 3 double crochets. So now I will just continue on working all around the sleeve in between the groups of 3 double crochets, groups of 3 double crochets. So exactly as we did for the body part. And we will join exactly as we join for the body. Now what I want to do is to show you how to decrease and more or less how many. I almost finished my first round, and I just want to show you exactly as we did for the body. We just slip stitch into the 3rd chain and we go around the in between the stitches like this, and we pull through the chain that we have, the loop that we have on the hook, and make a slip stitch, and we are ready to work exactly here my first 3 double crochets. So chain 3 and like this, and I just continue on like this. So this is how we have to work the sleeve. But the sleeve, it's a little bit large, so we will need to put some decreases. So let's see how to make the decreases. Now I already worked here on this sleeve 10 rounds, and then I worked a decrease. This is the part of the decrease, and then I worked 5 more rounds because I decided. So actually you will begin with a nice part without decreases. Let's say I worked 10 rounds. You can work 10, 12 rounds, as many as you want. Not as many as you want, but a nice part, let's say. And you can see here mine. And then it's nothing, it don't has to be exactly. And then we begin with the decreases. Now first of all I will just measure it. I already work a decrease. Now I want to measure it and to know how many groups of 3 I want to decrease. 1, 2, 3, like this. And I decided like this it's okay for me. I don't want it to be very close here to the wrist. So I already eliminate decrease 1 group, and now I want to decrease 3 more groups. And for this I will complete 5 rounds of the pattern, and then I will work a decrease, 2 rounds actually of the decrease, and then 5 and 2 and 5 and 2. So you can go on with this let's say algorithm. So you can work 5 and a decrease for the and then of course you will work only the pattern. Now of course that what you work for one sleeve, the first sleeve, you will repeat exactly the same for the other, but this is really normal, obvious. And now to decrease we will begin with a single crochet round in which we will decrease 3 times randomly. So chain, work 1 single crochet into each, oops, this is the first one, 1 single crochet into each double crochet, because you know the groups of the double crochet, we don't have chain in between them, so it's really easy to work. Single crochet into each of your double crochet, and as I said, randomly, so actually where you want, you put your 3 decreases, not one after the other. So of course you will put one. Let's say here I want to work my first decrease, so insert hook into the first stitch and pull up a loop, insert hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all, and I worked my first decrease. And now I will continue on and work some more stitches, and like this, okay, so like this. And what, okay, I made a decrease and then an increase. I'm really, okay. And after you finish this round of decreases with the 3 decreases, so actually you eliminated one group of 3. Into the next round, these are the 2 rounds for the decrease, you will just work 1 double crochet in each of your single crochet. And then I will be back to show you how to begin, or to go back to the pattern stitch. So here I will put another one, okay, so like this. And then I must put one more. So I already eliminated one more group of 3. I already worked my double crochets, and now I am actually ready to begin again the pattern stitch, the granny stitch. So I slip stitched into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 of the double crochet round, and now I will begin exactly as for the pattern stitch. So in between the first and the last double crochet, insert hook, pull through the loop and chain 3, and in between them work 2 more double crochets. Here I am. This is my first group of 3. Now what I have to do is to split to split this round into groups of 3. So skip 3 and work in between the stitches 3 double crochets. Really easy. Now skip 3 and work in between the stitches 3 double crochets, and I will create again my granny stitch, and so on. But just take care to skip always 3, okay, to have the same number of stitches, so to complete, so to compose again your granny granny stitch pattern. Okay, and that's it. This is how you decrease. As you can see, it's really nice, and I don't know, it kind of part of the design, so this way of decreasing. Okay, so I almost finished my tunic or pullover or however, and I just want to show you, if you want to just continue on and work in round, you can continue on and work in round for the length that you want. But if you want to work it as I did, to finish it as I did, so you have to first of all divide front side and both sides, and sorry, back side, and you will divide it in a row, in a round, sorry. So here we add actually underarm, you know, we add one more group of 3 double crochets, and as you can see, we have the group of 3 double crochets, and into the other round we have only one on the front side, one on the back side. Then we have again in the middle the group, and then we have one front, one back. Now you will divide in a round. So after you will finish a round where you have front and back, so you don't have this group in the middle, in between, okay? the front and the back. So from the underarm you will go on and you will see where to divide. Okay, now I have odd number of groups of 3, so I have 57, but if you have a even number, it's easy, half on the front side, half on the back side. If you have odd number as I have, you will put the smallest number on the front side and the other one on the back side. So I put 28 and 29 on the back side. So 28 I leave for the front side and 29 for the back side. And of course I put the markers. Now I already worked my back side and this is how it looks. And let me show you how to work the front side. So we will actually learn here how to work the granny stitch in rows 2. So it can be useful to make a nice blanket too, because we will work the corner and it's really nice for a blanket too. So we will skip the first 2 group of 3 double crochets, and of course we will skip the last 2. So I will insert the hook into the second and the third, and even if you have more or less, you will work like this. So you will skip 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end. Where I am, 1 2, it's here, sorry. So 1 2 into the third and into the second and the third insert hook, and we will begin by working a half of a group of 3. Now a half, it's impossible because 3 is not divisible, we cannot divide it by 2, but we will work 2 and at the end we will finish with other 2 double crochets. So chain 3 for the first double crochet and work 1 more. And this is the first row to repeat, and into the second we will work all the groups as they are. Now without my 2 groups and 2 groups on at the beginning and at the end, 28, I have 24. So I will go on counting from this one. So with this one I will go on, and now I will work my 3 double crochets, so my group normally, and I will count 24 with that half. Okay, so 2 and 3, and I will continue on working and counting. So 1 from here, 1 2 3 and so on. So I worked all my 25. Actually I worked 25 here because I'm on the back side, so I have 29, and without the 4 on that I leave on the first 2 and the last 2, I have 25, not 24. But okay, the idea is that I worked my 25 counting the first 1 2, and I have to put, this is the thing that you don't have to forget, I have to put here in between the second to last and the last, so these are the 1 and the 2, so here I have to complete my half of my first one. So this is the half of the first one, and we won't count it, but we have to add it. Okay, so now I have my 25, so count only 1 when you count them, don't count both as 1 stitch, as 2 stitches, but it's a half here, a half there, a half at the beginning, at a half at the end of the row. Okay, this is the first row for the granny stitch working rows. The second row, and these are the 2 rows to repeat, beginning with a chain 3, and now as I said we will work all the stitches as they are, so which means we will begin in between the half of the previous row and the first, which is, and the next. Okay, so here in between these 2, and we work a entire group, which means 3. And in this second group and in this second row we work all the stitches, the groups, actually the granny stitches entire, so 3 3 3. I must have 3 until the end of this row, so we don't work halves. Okay, we begin with chain 3, and this will not count as a stitch, and we work our groups of 3. Must have 25 until the end. I worked all my groups of 3, I have 25, and I worked my last in between the third, in between the second to last, which is with 3, and the last of the previous row, which is with 2. And now to finish, I will insert hook into the third chain of the beginning chain 3 of the previous row, and I will double crochet. So I began with a chain 3 and I finished with a double crochet. From here we will just repeat these 2 rows for the length that we need. Now just want to show you how to begin this one. So it's easy. We will chain 3, and in between, now we work again a half, and instead of 25 groups of 3 double crochets, I will have again 24 plus a half, which is the 25th. I will work my first half of my 25th actually in between the double crochet and the first group of 3 of the previous row. So it's here that I will work it, and now I have my first half, and I will finish in between the last group of 3. So in between these 2 last group of 3 of the previous row, I will work my group of 3, my last group of 3, and in between the group of 3 and the chain 3 of the previous row, I will work 1 double crochet, and into the third chain 1 more double crochet to complete my other half of the 25th group. Okay, now you will continue on like this for the length that you want. On the front side I completed 10, so for the back side I will put 5 more. I will put 15. I want it a little bit longer, and then I will be back to show you how to work the border all around. So I finished to work. I completed actually all the rows, and I worked 13, not 15 as I said before, because for me it's enough. I don't want a very large difference between front side and back side, so 13 is enough. Now let us begin with the border, this one all around. So I will go on from one side at the other side, and I will work around the chain 3 and the double crochet here that we have around the row. So I have 13 rows. Now around the first I will insert my hook, and I will work like this: 1, 2, 3. And now I want to work one more chain and insert hook in between these 2 that I skipped, and slip stitch to join. Okay, so I actually anchorate my border now, and around the same I will work 1 double crochet and 1 more. Then I will continue on working 2 double crochets around each double crochet of the rows that I put. So 2 double crochets, only 2. So I finished to work my groups of 2, and now here I will work a little corner. I have my 2 double crochets here. I will insert hook into the second and work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And into the second I will put a marker, so I know that here it is. This is my corner. Now I will continue on working 1 double crochet into each double crochet exactly on my row, last row along, and when I'll be again at the end I will work. So here I have 2. If you have 1 it's perfect. If you have 2, skip 1. So work into the last 3, then skip 1 into the last, work 3, put into the second the marker, and then go ahead and work 2 double crochets around each double crochet of the border as you did here. Okay, so I finished on the other side, opposite side, and now I just want to show you how to join here. So we work one more double crochet into around the last. We don't finish it. Insert hook in between the two skipped groups of 3, pull up a loop and pull through 2 loops. So it's like this that we join. We chain 1 and we turn, and we want to work the second round or row. It's a row actually because we turn. We skip this, the third, and we insert the hook into the next, and we will work single crochets. And we go on and work 1 single crochet into each double crochet until we reach our marker, where we will work 5 single crochets. And then we will continue on and into the marker 5 and so on all around. We will repeat these 2 rounds, there are rows actually, for 1 more time. So we will work double crochets again, only that into the 5 we will just continue on and work the stitches as they are. Okay, so we don't want to increase anymore into the corner, but into the last single crochet row we will increase only 3 times. So we will keep the marker even if we don't increase. So single crochet 5, put into the third, and let me show you, okay, so I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so I worked into the double crochet with the marker. I worked 5. I worked 2, 3. Into the third I put again the marker and then 2 more. Now into the next double crochet row you will work just the stitches as they are on the corner, this one and the other one of course. And into the last row of single crochet you will work into the marker 3, not 5 but 3. Okay, so that's it. You will join exactly as we joined here, but you will join here. You will skip 1 more, the last group, and you will join exactly where I joined the border for the front side. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's really nice pullover. Work with the, I think it's the oldest, sorry, stitch. It's the granny stitch, the granny square, you know. So I'm really happy that I did it. I succeed to do this top down granny stitch pullover. So see you at the next tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials, and bye bye.